imagining and creating something from scratch is the Israeli way. On Young Turks, we find out what makes them the way they are and take some chutzpah lessons from Israeli startups. Entrepreneurs, behold. Young Turks took off on a startup hunt in the city of Tel Aviv. Our first stop was Airobotics, and boy oh boy, we sure had some fun. It's a bird, it's a plane. Nope, this is Airobotics' industrial drone, and their startup story starts with a juicer at a departmental store. Yes, you heard me right.
Well, I went in to get a juicer, and then I saw this little toy and I picked it up. I forgot the juicer. Then I just started playing with it all the time, and I was fascinated with the technology and very quickly had a lot of ideas of what could be done with this platform. And I said, well, I missed out on the internet, I missed out on smartphone, I'm not missing out on this.
So while everyone was looking at the consumer market, you looked at the industrial enterprise space. Is that where you think the future lies?
Yeah, I think that the drone industry grew into the consumer space very right so, because there's a lot of people who are interested in drones. But I think the bigger challenge is being able to actually max out the potential for drones. So for us, that was the industrial enterprise, being able to use this thing not as a toy or as a semi-professional kind of equipment for aerial photography, but as an actual tool that can generate ROI.
So apart from landing the drone safely back into the box, what is your biggest challenge as of today?
Well, I think our biggest challenge right now is to getting people to believe what we're doing is real. It's not just software, it's not just hardware, it's very complicated, it's very cutting edge. And to be able to explain to clients who can't come here what we really have here is very challenging. So despite being an Israeli startup and having such a thriving ecosystem, you had to reach out to the Valley for investment. Would you say that the Israeli ecosystem was supportive of your idea or believed in what you were doing, or do you plan on packing up your bag and moving to the Valley sometime in the future? At the beginning, when there was nothing, it was relatively hard to sell to people in Israel, and we thought that Silicon Valley has more of a capability to believe in something that's so far off and trust us that we can execute. So that's why we chose to raise our funds there. But in terms of development, I think for what we're doing, Israel is probably one of the best places in the world to do it.